What's up, FA Nation? Your DFS Cornerman Mike Alexander, here to give you my thoughts on UFC 257 going down Saturday night. We've got a Conor McGregor card. It's a rarity these days, but it's a big event. Everyone comes out of the woodwork to pay a little bit of attention to MMA for the weekend, so we welcome it. If you're new, welcome. Enjoy some MMA, some solid fights on the undercard. So let's get right in with the cash strategy this week. I don't think it's a good week to stack the main event yet again. That's going to be exceedingly rare with the new scoring, but there's not going to be a lot of grappling in this fight, and the odds that McGregor knocks Poirier out in the first two rounds are too high for me to feel comfortable stacking in cash. You need like a 130, a 140 for it to even be marginally worthwhile. I just don't see the loser in this fight unless it goes 5 rounds and is, a slugfest, being able to hit value there. So where are we going to go? I'm going to look to pair Conor with a safe bet like Arman Tsarukyan. He's taken on late replacement Matt Frevola, who was supposed to fight another fighter on this card that also had to drop out. The guys signed on the dotted line to take each other on, so props to them. Frevola only has bangers of fights usually, so it should be fun. I think Tsarukyan can kind of come out of his shell here. He also came in, 159 pounds. That's 4 pounds over the limit, and he looked shredded. It did not look like he was taking his camp light, so he probably needs to bump up a weight class. I think it's going to give him a good edge over Matt Frevola. And then the GPP fight to target. You've got Dan Hooker welcoming Michael Chandler to the UFC. Chandler, notable from Bellator, had some success there. Not a champion or anything, but they're upper ranks. And that tends to get overstated when somebody shifts to the UFC from another notable promotion. He's got good wrestling. That's the only thing that's going to give Hooker any trouble in this fight. But if it does, it's going to score a lot of points. So Chandler is interesting for that reason. But my read is that Hooker, using his 6-inch reach, his height, his power, probably, I wouldn't say a speed advantage, but in the striking department, I think he's going to have faster hands and cleaner technique striking-wise. So those things are going to set him up nicely, Hooker that is, and he's probably going to be looking at either a high-paced decision or a finish. If it happens in the third round, it's not as good. But if it's in the first 2 rounds at 8,500, Hooker's a nice price. And then your leverage wild card. Feels kind of dirty to say it, but Marcin Prachniow is worth some consideration if you're building multiple lineups. The narrative's pretty clear here. Prachniow is 0-3 in the UFC, all by early KO. He marches straight ahead and swings wild and just gets caught and dropped. It's going to happen here, right? Well, that's not how mixed martial arts works. It's not a mathematic equation. He's probably going to take the same approach. Could he get knocked out early? Yeah, it's probably a coin flip. But on the other side, Khalil Roundtree has had his own struggles against aggressive fighters who've tested his durability, and he's come up wanting. He's been knocked out a few times by powerful foes. And, for everything that he is, Prachniow is aggressive and he's in good shape, and he's got decent quickness. He just doesn't have any striking defense to speak of. So it's really just who finds the other guy's button first. You're looking at probably about a 15% ownership on Prachniow. So if he wins the fight at all, let alone by first or second round knockout, you're not going to win a GPP without him. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but if you are someone that buys into that kind of game theory, you're going to be automatically into the cash with him, and you just need your other fighters to do their part, and they should with the salary savings you get. So good luck, and may the sports be with you.